Hello everyone, welcome back to another Bitcoin Elliott Wave analysis update. Today we're going to be focusing on the medium time frame outlook and discuss my thesis on the continuation of the current bull market's expansion phase. For those that are interested in the shorter micro time frame analysis, those ideas are exclusively shared in the private Discord where I do discuss the shorter time frame patterns, so please feel free to reach out to me by using the link in the description below. With that being said, let's dive straight into the analysis. We are still operating under the narrative of a nested 1-2-1-2-1-2 structure, with the current price action reflecting the ongoing expansion phase of the 3, 4, 5s of the smaller and higher degrees. Over the past week or so, as you can see here, Bitcoin has been consolidating, allowing altcoins to rally. That's why recent updates have shifted focus to various altcoins, and that has been working out fantastically. Nonetheless, I do believe Bitcoin does remain within a healthy retracement range and has potential for higher levels ahead. But to quickly recap, like I've said, we have been tracking a series of these 1-2 waves over the past few months. But following this November's explosive upward move, we now appear to be entering the higher degree 3-4-5s, like I have said. And that 3-4-5 wave sequence is going to be followed by this primary degree and then the higher degree 3-4-5s to follow suit respectively. And these phases are typically the most volatile and challenging waves to trade, as pullback depths can be tricky to gauge, especially with the price discovery pushing towards the $100,000 levels. But looking ahead, I'm considering two scenarios for the continued upside with the current data given. And the first idea we have here is the triangle idea that we're currently in, where wave 4 is either complete or very near completion. And in the Elliott Wave Theory, a running triangle occurs when the second subwave, as you can see here, this is the running triangle, creates a new price extreme beyond the wave 3 termination point. This is one of the variations among several triangle patterns within the theory. As you can see here, we have the running triangle creating a new price extreme, as you can see as well here. And that helps create more of a range before we actually move to the upside. And it's shown as a triangle idea. Now, the advantage to this idea is that it maintains Bitcoin's predictable tendency to continue rising in price, completing smaller degrees with minimal retracements or pullbacks in terms of the actual correction depth. However, this strength also presents a drawback that we are able to identify for this triangle based on the actual correction depth of this wave 4. Now, based on where you may have the Fibonacci retracement, what's very important about this is that we haven't retraced any of the minimum retracement levels for a wave 4, and wave 4 retracement depths are important and it shouldn't be disregarded. That being said, in a strong expansion phase of a bull market, however, especially in the crypto markets, the shallowest of pullbacks do often occur and aren't something out of the ordinary where we don't even come down to the shallowest of the pullback levels. And in that case, that does create extreme bear traps in that case when you are in a parabolic internal extension wave 3 that we may be in right now. So it is a double-edged sword, especially when you are considering the pattern and coinciding retracement levels. But either way, we do have validity for this pattern for triangle with the current data given, and that is all that matters. We shouldn't be really discussing the rarity of the patterns as we are in the expansion phase. It will often create more confusion more than anything else. But this retracement level, where we don't have any of the minimum retracement levels being met, it does create a little bit of a problem and the actual statistical hit rate of these wave 4s, but it's not something out of the ordinary if we do continue up. Now, that is the triangle idea where wave 4 doesn't go as deep. However, if we're going to be a little bit more rational and consider Bitcoin possibly doing a little bit more of a range before we continue up, and also take into consideration for that retracement depth problem, we then have the possibility of working in the flat idea, which is this second idea. Now, with this intermediate degree ABC, the flat idea, like I've said, works in a series of 3s as well, but this wave A is a 3 wave, this wave B is a 3 wave, but the final concluding C wave is the final impulsive wave where it does retrace the entirety of this range. And most likely, as we do have variations for the flat idea as well, the expansion flat idea just seems a little bit more fitting because that does have the highest statistical hit rate against regular and also running flats. But as you can see, it does come down to the actual normal retracement levels that we do have an expectation for wave 4s, which is at least the 23.6%. 38% or the 38.2%. And that still gives us a relatively good symmetrical outlook and also in time against this current wave 1-2 before we move up for that fifth wave. But again, we're still going to be ranging here, ladies and gentlemen. This is why these 3-4-5s are very, very tricky to trade. That's why I have put a note here that the alt season is currently in play. And that's why when we do get that retracement, a lot of people are going to be flocking back and forth between altcoins. But when you're in a range, that is when the alt season comes, and that's when you should be taking advantage of these altcoins. So this wave 3-4, if you are considering this to be a range and you want to consider even altcoins to consider going up even further, this is going to be your best bet, especially when this wave 5 of the primary degree plays out. I really do think that altcoins are going to be going for a run. So those are the two ideas. This flat idea does work. We still do have a technical possibility that we could be working in a WXY to the downside where we don't breach this previous top. But this expansion idea is also very similar to what we have just shared, which is the running triangle where we do create a new price extreme, and the wave 3 is becoming the termination point right here, and we do create a new price extreme for wave B, which creates a higher level against this wave 3, and then we should be retracing the entirety of this wave of this previous range. So that is how we're looking at Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see a real major massive shift in the price action, and these two ideas, in my opinion, are going to be the overall outcome. But as you can see, it's all still leading to the upside, even with a triangle idea where we just continue up. This triangle idea could still technically be in play. We could even extend this triangle if we're working in a larger A, B, C, D, E. But again, we don't want to be extending it too much in time. I think right now within this video, we're just focusing on the actual retracement depth. That's the only real kind of considering factor that we have for this continuation. And if that's the case, this flat idea works out perfectly fine if you are a range trader. Hopefully that was helpful, ladies and gentlemen. If you are interested in seeing more Bitcoin video updates or possibly even a new XRP update, hit that like button, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. We hit over 7,000 subscribers. I don't get much out of this, ladies and gentlemen. So please, I really do find enjoyment in helping you guys figuring out what this pattern is and also figuring out whether this bull market is coming to a conclusion or not. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic rest of the Monday. Bye-bye.